Welcome back to the channel, Mother Russia-Ukraine War Analysis. We'll also be talking about some of the Russian propaganda that has came out from Russian state media in these recent few days. Right, as normal, start from north to south. Here we go. So, in the north, up here, around Kharkiv, missile strikes inside of Kharkiv, explosions in Kharkiv, maybe not missiles, maybe rockets, but according to some British state media and some British, not media, British intelligence has been saying that Kharkiv non-stop every single day has been pounded by Russian missiles, artillery, and you name it, since the start of the war. They did used to occupy Kharkiv, I'm sure of it, but a lot of land around there has been liberated. Not much movement up here in the north from Russia recently in the past few days, just missile strikes up here. Moving farther down south, Pisky, which I have not talked about, I think only once in my video, has also fallen to Russian forces somewhere down here in Donetsk. Here, I think. They did multiple times tried to take Pisky from Ukrainian forces, but they were not successful until now. They have taken a part of Pisky, which is by Bakhmut, which is a major city currently in the war that is just down here somewhere in Donetsk. It is major for the Russian offensive. Bakhmut will be massive to claim a big chunk of places down here in the Donetsk. Now move down here, Kramatorsk direction, Russia artillery shelled Seversk in the early hours of the morning, says Ukrainian state forces, which you can see the strike has actually been directed on a town or village, which I cannot see the name of, which is more evidence of Russian war crimes and atrocities being committed in the country. Once I say as again, this pocket of Ukrainians down here has also not had anything done to it recently, major, that has done anything to the MO3 route, which is going to stop, which is basically supplying most of the current offensive up here in the north of Ukraine. And I don't know what the hell's happening. I'll be right back with you in a minute. Now we are back. I can analyze this even more. Sorry for that. In up here, even more news has just came through quite literally minutes ago from these different shellings up here near Kharkiv. All these different areas. Red alert, aerial sirens. Red alert, aerial sirens, threats, take cover right now. All these different attacks from the Russian military across this whole line. Down here in Kharkiv, at least one civilian was killed this morning in a shelling by the Russian military, and 22 wounded later today and 13 killed. Moving down here, even more shellings. The Ukrainians need to keep this pocket, and this pocket is going to be key in the offensive here. In the MO3 route, as I've said multiple times, is literally supplying the Russians across this whole line. Across from Izium, they can get that main route into Russia, they can bring that through into Izium, into Luhansk to supply the offensive, and that track is in shelling range of this Ukrainian little pocket of artillery here that can be boom 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 pounding these different areas. Coming more down south, more offensive military Russian forces attempting to conduct an assault and actions towards whatever this says, sorry I don't know how to read that, in this region near Barabatskiva, if I've just said that right, I don't know. More shelling to the Russian military in Slavyansk direction as Russia shelled areas down here. Now moving down into Luhansk. Fires in Luhansk. Fire between these areas. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. Probably vehicles or depots exploding from Ukrainian explosions. Now coming down south, the Ukrainians are obviously have cut off the Russians in the south. What the hell? Down here, if we come here, so as you can see, Kherson and this whole area is cut off by this river, the Dnieper River, if I'm correct. It goes or literally throughout the whole of Ukraine, pretty much. And look, HIMARS. Air defense active in Novakova as HIMARS strike everywhere. HIMARS are striking. You see this bridge right here? It's gone. It's not. It's here on the map, but it's not in real life. The Ukrainians are shelling multiple positions. That one gone. That one gone. The Ukrainians are cut off. I mean, the Russians are cut off in Kherson. They have no escape. They're going 20. Maybe if I encircle this pocket here, this whole area, there's 20,000 or more Russian troops in this area that are trapped, starving, begging for supplies, and they cannot have them get to them because these different areas have been shelled. At 4:06 in the morning, again, aerial threat sirens. Take cover now. Inside occupied Kherson, which is probably Ukrainian air attacks. Exactly, probably the ones here, and destroying more bridges. The Russians once again shelling Mykolaiv. Heavy explosions in Mykolaiv. Take cover now. 3:41 sirens. Now, if we come down here, one of these things I haven't seen today. UN Security General arrives in Odessa as he visits the port where grain is being exported in the Istanbul agreement. Which, if you're fucking retarded as shit and don't know what Istanbul is a city in Turkey, which is currently being hopefully shipped grain back and forth. More HIMARS hit, more places in Crimea hit as the offensive into Crimea has begun, as Zelensky states that Crimea is the new front. End of quote. Oh, I didn't even say a fucking stop. But they are shelling across the whole of Crimea. Thousands, when I mean thousands of people are fleeing Crimea back into Russia, as it is Crimea's base. As I say, back into Russia. Crimea is not Russia. It's literally occupied Ukrainian territory from 2014. It's blooming. It's Ukrainian, and I don't care what you say. It's Ukrainian. It's been theirs, and they are hitting air bases, notably this one. But the Russians still saying up here in Zaporozhye, the power plant that is theirs or no one, they have bloody mined out the fucking place. They have put mines in there and say if they shell it, it's going to explode the whole thing. And not to scare you, but that will be worse than Chernobyl. And if you didn't know, Chernobyl was about the radiation spread across this place, where my mouse is currently going. This will be worse. Up here in Russia, Macron and Putin had a phone call discussing the situation in Ukraine at the Zaporizhzhia power plant. And if I'm not wrong, Macron is the president of France. Yep, it is. Macron spoke to Putin on the phone, which is interesting. Up here, the Finnish military defense said 2 Russian fighters violated Finnish airspace today. Or yesterday, sorry. And this is a very key area for Russia now in the Murmansk Oblast up here, as Finland and Sweden are literally... sorry, there's a spider fucking crawling down my screen right now. But are about to join NATO, basically. And, yeah. Russian propaganda stating that Nazis in the Baltics, which if you don't know and you're literally that mentally fucking retarded, is Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, are apparently Russia are prepared to send troops into these countries to protect the Russian-speaking population in these countries, which the Russian propaganda stated they are Russians. They are not. They're just Latvians, Estonians and Lithuanians who speak the Russian language. Which is pretty crazy what the Russians are saying. They'll send troops in to keep the peace, with apparently the Estonians, Latvians and Lithuanians attacking Russian-speaking population in the country, which is obviously not true. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review and just overall look into the war. I'm quite invested in the situation currently in the war. About updates and seeing what's going on and stuff. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed. I also have gotten the community feature. If you have watched until here, you will know. And if you go on my channel and click community page, I can do recent posts there just to update you on stuff. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.